All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Real Talk video. I pray everybody is having a wonderful, blessed day as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. My title now says Colored People, and I want to give a shout out to Sister Tanisha, 56. Powerful email and questions as I'm looking at, your email. This is my response back to you. And let me state this out top. I don't have nothing against color. I never had and never will. I wasn't brought up that way. And if you just happen to be white looking at this video, I'm not, down in you. And if you happen to be so-called quote-unquote black looking at this video, I'm not down to you. Because the reason why I say that, because it's black people who can't stand black people. And I don't really like to use the term black sister. If you are familiar with my other videos, I don't agree with the term, hey, black man, colored man. I don't call myself black man, nor do I call myself African American, or all of these things that they want to label us. And I explained that in the other videos. I'll send you the link to, I wanted to say that off top, so I'll send you the link to those videos also. But you asked me, what do I think about how they view us as colored people? And, I have an old saying, sister, it ain't what we know that hurt us, it's what we don't know that hurt us. And if you don't study, if you don't learn something, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. I believe Martin Luther King Jr. said that. And some of us don't even know what we standing for. Some of us ain't standing at all. Some of us don't even know who we are. And it's sad. And that's why I get so sick of all of this. We need a black leader. We got to go to a black church. It's Black History Month. It's black on black. It's black. It's got to be this. We need our own this. And what most folks don't know is how they keep them in confusion. It keep them in slavery, mostly in their mind now. And it's like, if we're not marching, if we're not protesting, if we're not doing this, we're not doing that, you don't care about your black brothers and sisters. I'm just looking at your email as before I get into this about color, because it all ties in together. But when you get to the point, when you get past all of that, you get past color. Because our Heavenly Father is not a respecter of person. Our Heavenly Father don't look at color. We do. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic. I love you. It don't matter what color your skin is to me. But everybody don't view like I view. It's some people out here that's still racist. It's some people that's still prejudiced, So when I look at the term color, sometimes I laugh at that in a good way. I have to, because I've been called nigger. I've been called, hey, black man, black American, or go back to Africa. I've been called so many names, but it ain't about what you call me no way. Just don't get mad when I don't answer you. See, I'm not one of these niggers that you like to call nigger, that who don't study, don't want to read, don't want to find out things, because first of all, I'm very well educated in what I do. I learn, I study. And I got past American history. I got past what they taught us in school. So when I was looking at your email here about color, I thought about this poem, and some of y'all probably already know where I'm going with this, because a lot of comedians, they use this poem, when they doing they stand up, talking about how they call us colored people. And once again, white people, I don't have nothing against you. I don't even like to use the term white, because that's not really what you are called or supposed to be. When you start talking about black and you look at this mouse, how dark it is, and you look at my skin, if that's what you call black, I'm nowhere close to that. So I always have to make this point about, if we don't learn and study, then we'll never get past color anyway. But I'm past that. But I thought about this poem. I forgot who it was written by, but it was by an African child, and it was nominated back in about 2006 by the United Nations. It was nominated as one of the best poems that ever came out. And it said like this, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing. It said, "You calling me colored?" And the poem said, "When I was born, I was black. When I grew up, I was black. When I go in the sun, I'm black. When I'm scared, I'm black. When I'm sick, I'm black. When I die, I'm black. I'm still black. And then it says, but you white people, when you born, you pink. When you grow up, you white. When you go in the sun, you turn red. When you cold, you turn blue. When you scared, you turn yellow. When you sick, you look green. And when you die, you look like you gray. But you calling me colored. Now, when I first saw that, I thought that was so interesting because they do change colors, especially you get mad. Why you turning like that in the face? You go out here to get a suntan, look at what color your skin. But we are considered the colored people. So that's why I say, sister, I have to kind of laugh at that because it's just amazing to me how so many people can't get past this. And you change more colors than I do. But I know one thing for sure, when you dead, you dead. And it ain't gonna be nothing about what color you are, what race you are. You know what you're gonna be needing to be? Your heart. How was your heart? Because if my Heavenly Father can look past color, why in the world I'm gonna be stuck on color? And then you think about segregation. You think about back in the day how they couldn't drink out the same water fountain, couldn't go in the same restaurant, couldn't use the same restrooms. Colored folks not allowed. But then when you look at it in reality, who is really the people of color? It made me also think about the movie Malcolm X. Now, we all know, if you've seen that movie by Denzel, you remember that part of the movie when he, they got busted, they was doing all they dirt. But when they got to the prison, I can't think of that brother's name that reached out to Malcolm at the time, but that brother was laying some heavy stuff on Malcolm X. And of course, at first, Malcolm was there. He didn't want to hear it. He was just, caught up in what he was taught growing up or what he may have heard. But that brother was showing him some different stuff that got his attention. And he told Malcolm that you accepted everything they taught you. He said, you believe everything they told you. And once he really, really, really got Malcolm's attention in that movie, he hit him with something like, they taught you God was white. He told Malcolm X that God was black. That just blew Malcolm X's mind, didn't it? Seemed like from that point on, Malcolm got very interested in what he really wanted to learn. He said, you was told that God was white. You accepted that. He said, you accepted that, but they told you that Jesus was a blue-eyed, a blonde, blue-eyed Jesus, and you accepted that. That got Malcolm's attention. He asked Malcolm, have you ever looked in the dictionary? Malcolm said, for what? So once they sat down and got the dictionary, of course it was the Webster's Dictionary, made by who? We all know. It blew his mind. It blew Malcolm's mind because they looked up the word dark first, and then they looked up the word white. But when they looked up, now check this out, if you remember the movie, then you already know what I'm about to say. But when they looked up the word black in the dictionary, it said black, the vowel color, enveloped in darkness, foul, soiled with dirt, hostile, sullen. It said so many things, didn't it? Disgrace. This is what it said about the word black. Outrageously wicked. Dishonor. Blackmail. Blackguard. So on and so on. Many more other things. That blew Malcolm's mind. And then when they looked up the word white. Now y'all catch this. What did it say when they looked up the word white? It said color of pure snow. This the killer when it said opposite of black. Free from spot or blemish. And then here go the killer. It said innocent, pure, without evil intent, harmless, honest, honorable. And then, of course, what did Denzel say after that when he was playing Malcolm X? He said, this book is written by white folk. And the old boy said it sure wasn't written by no black man. So Denzel asked a very important question. He said, well, why are we reading this one for? And that brother said, because the truth lies behind the words. But most of us won't even read. He said, you got to take everything that the white man has said and use that against the white man. This is why I love to read. See, a lot of us got mad when that old saying was said that if you want to hide anything from black people, put it in a book. And then you think about that. How many of us don't read? Won't read. But we got time to tweet. We got time to check our Facebook comments. We got time to look at our favorite reality shows and keep up with everything going on except learn who we are, who we represent, where we come from. Because if half of us knew the truth, it wouldn't be no such thing as black on black crime. It wouldn't be no such thing as this brother degrading this sister. It wouldn't be no such thing as half of this mess that we see right now that show how stupid we are. I didn't say everybody. And I got past the word ignorance. I said to show how stupid we are. I don't have a problem with ignorance. See, ignorant just simply means don't know. You don't know something at the time. All of us done been ignorant. So that's why if I say you was ignorant, that's not bad. If I say I was ignorant of this at first because I didn't know. Then I just simply saying I didn't know. But if I sit there and say, man, you just being plain out stupid because you know, you just choosing to be stupid. A lot of us don't want to know nothing. Don't want to know nothing at all. But the thing is, I love information. I don't just settle for anything. I know who I am and who I stand for. See, the definition of white made white people look like they were so innocent. They didn't do nothing wrong. That's why a lot of them, when they was beating on folks back then, they thought they was right. But when you look at who was lynching people, who got beat up, who slept with the black women, who used the same black women as maids, who used them same black women to raise their white children, you see something, don't you? See, we ain't that bad off as they thought we was because they was using us for everything. Who was building everything? Who was the great carpenters? Who was strong? So they used us against us to make us hate us. They would call us dirty and all kind of stuff, but at the same time, Mouser was still knocking up the black women. Boy, it's when we talk about colored people, who is really the colored people? Once again, I'm just speaking truth. I don't have no problem with color. When you see where we are at now, many people are still racist. They still hate color. And you know how many people would be mad if they really found out the Savior was not white? And when you read the Bible, it tells you color. So, it's so many people still sitting up fighting about the color of Yahshua. So when you look at everything that's been done, it was designed to keep you down, confused, and lost. That's why when they make these movies, I mean, even go back to the old one, the Ten Commandments, you never saw people of color. Then we talking about, I don't like to use the term black, but I'm going to say it, you never saw black people in none of those older movies. You didn't even see black people in the books, the drawings, the paintings, the children's story Bibles and books. It was always a portrait of, they was all white. And I remember being little, I would say, why is no people of our color in the books? They would say, well, y'all just wasn't in there. This is why I learned a long time ago, stop trying to get equal with Satan's world, my brothers and sisters. Let them do what they do. Too many of us, look at the biggest fight now. Y'all mad about the Oscars. Man, the hell with them Oscars awards. You mad about justice. You mad about this and that. We need this. You still marching. You still protesting. You still mad about Black History Month. Do you know more than what Rosa Parks done? And I'm not knocking Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass and all of them. Do you know who you are? Do you know real history? Yeah, we done read about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, but do you go past all of that? The little things that they taught you in school that they wanted you to know, and they stopped right there. And you know what I love, and I have to laugh at it in a good way, because I see Mexicans, white boys, Chinese girls, people of all races talking like us now, dressing like us now, wanting to be a rapper like us now. And I'm not putting down no other race to say that y'all don't have talent and y'all don't have gifts. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if we so hate it, why are so many people trying to look like us? I was at the store getting some gas the other day, and right at the next pump, it was a white boy and a black boy got out the car. He said, "My nigga, I'm finna go into the store. My nigga, what you want?" That's what the white boy was telling the black dude. He said, "Oh, my nigga, bring me back some chips and the soda water." He was dressed just like the black dude, talking just like him, pants sagging just like him. And he looked at me and said, just like we do, "What's up?" I said, and I laughed because it's amazing to me how many people want to copy our style. But then I could flip that, especially with the women, and say, look at how many women are buying hair and cosmetics and all kind of products to look like the image of somebody else. But in reality, look how beautiful, look at how wonderfully made you already was. So when I think of the title colored people, if that's what you want to call it, who is really the colored people? I hate to say this like this, but calling me black man is just like calling me Christian. And I don't have nothing against people who call themselves Christians. The problem with a lot of Christians is Christians don't even study where Christian came from, who said it, why they said it, and why did they accept it at Antioch. I don't call myself black man, and I don't call myself Christian. And you ever wonder why Yahshua never called himself nor his followers a Christian? I don't like accepting a name from people who don't even accept me. So when you holler out black man or nigga or say fool or don't get mad when I don't respond back, that's not my name. But I love you anyway. I'm not ashamed of the color of my skin, but I know who I am. I was made beautifully. You was too. And it don't matter what color you are. Get past color. See, Satan once again took all this mess to keep people confused. And that's what he's good at. He's the author of confusion. And it's sad. If you got time, I already know you do, get off of Instagram sometime. Stop tweeting so much. Instead of Facebook your problems, face them. Get away from the movies and shows sometime and study. They didn't teach you nothing in school already. So learn truth. See what I'm saying? If it's just a little truth in what I'm saying. Yeah, I've been called this and that and black American and nigga this. It's the same with church. JT, are you Baptist? Are you Kojic? Are you AME? Maybe you CME. Are you this? I am none of that. Some people say I'm Baptist Kojic. I'm none of that. I don't care nothing about your titles, your religion. And once you learn to get past that, you see truth. I'm a true believer. Well, I grew up Baptist. So what? Most of us grew up Baptist and lived devilish. I am a true believer. Well, I thought you was African American. Africa this, Africa that. Go back to Africa. Africa ain't even a country. Africa is a continent. Some of us won't even learn that. Negro, please. Black man, please. Hey, boy. I've been called everything except the child of the king. And that's fine. It's fine. So, sister, when I think about colored people, it's funny to me because we'll always call the colored people, but then we are looked down as the most dirtiest. We've been called monkeys. We've been called this and that. But check this out. The ones that call you all that, they hate on you because they wish they was as gifted as you. They wish they was as talented as you are. They wish they had what you had in a lot of ways. A person that have time to hate on people and find things that they can't stand about a person is a person with a wasted life. So that's my time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.